Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. It's another very beautiful Friday morning, and yet we are back with the predictions on this very channel. That's what we do on a daily basis, always looking at football games that is happening across the globe, and also looking at the statistics and also the recent result that they have, and we may verdict based on these statistics before bringing it forward for you. Okay, that's what we do. Yesterday we had a very good outing. We saw the Europa games that we have, and also the conference games that happened. We predicted 6 games, but we got 5 of them correctly. And they were quite very big odds games yesterday. So kudos to those of us who participated and won yesterday. All right, today we'll go again. And in a short while, we'll be looking at the matches one after the other. But I want to use the opportunity to ask you first. So coming across our video the first time that are yet to subscribe, take our time to hit the button right now so that you wouldn't be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay. All right. That being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of today, and we'll be starting with the first match of today's prediction. It is in French League One, where we'll have Brest who will be up against Auxerre. All right. Looking at recent statistics for both sides, we see that for the home side, Brest in the last 6 matches that they had, they've been able to achieve 3 victories out of those 6, but have also lost 3 games. And the away side, Auxerre have managed just 3 draws in the last 6 matches, but have also lost, 3 matches as well. Okay, they've not won a single match in the last 6 games that they have so far. And looking at how these two teams have fared on home and away basis, you can see that playing from home, Brest have actually managed to achieve 5 victories in the last 10 home matches. Okay, they've also lost 4 games as well as 1 draw. And away side, on the other hand, Auxerre play from away have managed just 1 win and 1 draw in the last 10 away games that they had, but they've also lost 8 matches in the last 10 away matches. Okay, that tells you a lot about this very side, not the best side playing from away. And then this very one, we also looking at the head-to-head, we saw that the last time they met was actually in September of last year, and Auxerre won on that occasion by 3 goals to 0 playing from home. But prior to that, we saw Brest beating this very side from home by 1 goal to 0, and we definitely expect to see, the home side, either winning or draw and under 4.5 in this very one. Home win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. And the next game that we have for you is in Belgian Pro League, where we'll have Standard Liege who will be up against Genk. Okay, Standard Liege have seen 3 victories and 2 draws in the last 6 matches. They've also had 1 loss. And the way side, Genk have had 4 victories in the last 6 games and also 1 draw as well as 1 loss as well. And when you look at how these two teams fared on home and away basis, you can see that playing from home, Standard Liege have actually won, have actually won 6 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 losses as well as 2 draws in the last home games that they had so far in the last 10 home games. And when you look at the away side, Genk have actually also won 5 matches in the last 10 away games. They've lost 3 games from the last 10 away games that they have so far, and they've also had 2 draws. All right, and on head-to-head basis, you can see the last time the both teams met was actually in December of last year. We saw Genk beating this very side from home by 1 goal to 0. Prior to that, we saw them playing out in solo draw. But in this very one, also noting the fact that Genk have been in fine form in recent times, we'll definitely give it to their way side to take the spoils of the day, and we expect Genk, their way side, to win out shortly in this very one. I will win. That's our party for that very encounter. And the next game that we have for you is in German Bundesliga 2, where we have Magdeburg who will be facing Cologne. All right, Magdeburg have seen 4 victories in the last 6 games and 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And away side, Cologne have won 4 games also, losing 2 in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, looking at how these two teams fared on home and away basis, we see that for Magdeburg, they managed only 1 win in the last 10 home matches, and they also had 6 draws, but have lost 3 matches as well. On the away side, playing from away, Cologne have actually done better, winning 6 games in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses. Okay, but when you look closely at the results, you can see that Magdeburg have actually, each of these matches have actually produced lots of goals. For Magdeburg, the home side have had a whole lot of, they produced over 2.5, 7 times out of 10. And the away side, FC Koln, as well, I've seen a very, very similar situation. We see that the last 2 games that they had saw them, producing over 2.5 in each of those 2 games, and in the last 10 away games, I've actually had over 2.5 5 times out of 10, and in this very one, also looking at the head-to-head, the last time they met, it was Magdeburg who won from away by 2 goals to 1, also producing over 2.5 goals. So we go with goals in this very one, and we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter. Over 2.5, that's a verdict for that very encounter. All right, and that takes us to the next game that we have for you today. It is in the Dutch second division, where we have Maastricht who will be up against FC Eindhoven. All right, Maastricht, the home side, have seen 3 victories in the last 6 matches, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses. And the away side, Eindhoven, have won 4 games, and they've also had 2 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. All right, looking at how these two teams fared on home and away basis, playing from home, you could see that Maastricht, the home side, have actually won 6 games in the last 10 home matches. They've had 2 draws as well as 2 losses, and the away side, Eindhoven, have had 5 victories in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw. But looking closely at the score lines, the experience by both sides, you can see that for the home side, 8 times out of 10 they've actually had over 2.5, and away side also have seen over 2.5 8 times out of 10. So in this very one, we'll definitely go for a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter. So over 2.5, that's what value for that very encounter. And the next game that we have also in the Dutch second division, where we have Den Haag who will be facing Young Ajax. Okay, Den Haag have had 4 victories and 2 losses in the last 6 games, and Young Ajax on the other hand have seen 3 victories as well as 3 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. All right, looking at how these two teams fared on home and away basis, you can see that Den Haag have actually won 7 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 3 games. All right, and the last 6 home matches that they had, I've seen them winning all 6 home games, and the away side, Young Ajax, have actually managed 1 win, 2 draws, but have lost 7 games in the last 10 away matches. All right, the last 7 away matches that they had saw them losing all 7, and in this very one, we definitely expect to see the Den Haag, the home side, taking out the victory in this very one and taking out the points. So we expect a home win in this one. Okay, and that takes us to the next, which are going to be the last for today. It is in Polish League One, where we have Odra Opole, who will be up against Nieciecza. All right, the home side, Odra Opole, have had 2 victories and 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. And the away side, Nieciecza, have managed 4 victories, 1 draw as well as 1 loss. All right, looking at how these two teams performed on home and away basis, the home side, Odra Opole, have managed only 2 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws, but have lost 5 games in the last 10 home games that they had so far. All right, looking at the away side, on the other hand, Nieciecza, the away side, have actually won 8 games in the last 10 away matches. All right, losing just 2. That's a very good side, winning 80% of the away games that they had so far. All right, when you look at how these two teams are fared on home and away basis, on head-to-head basis, you can see that last time both teams met was in August of last year. We saw Nieciecza beating this side by 3-0. That tells you that the home side have actually done very well in recent times, and we expect to see the away side, Nieciecza, achieving a result against this very Odra Opole. So it is a way side to win outrightly. That's what we expect for that very game. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betcraft to a conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope you take it full screen. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. Sometimes we may actually experience some surprises. That's happening in football a lot of the times. All right. That being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be back with our predictions right on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.